with Friends Podcast.
Welcome to Crashing with Friends. My name is Kyle Hobbs, your host. This week I'm joined by Connor Hobbs.
Hey.
Quinn Hobbs.
Hello.
Matt Price.
What up?
Jackson Brayman.
Yo!
Thank you for joining us this week.
Yow!
Connor, how's your week been going?
That's pretty good. I tweaked my ankle yesterday, but I'm feeling better already, so good there.
How'd you tweak your ankle?
I just might heal sometimes, sometimes step on it a little wrong, but luckily it wasn't anything serious, so I'm good there. But yeah, I was checking out this new show, Sonic Prime. Have you guys seen this?
Sonic Prime?
Yeah. It's on Netflix. It's actually good. I was blown away, dude.
Now, is this a show about Sonic?
About Sonic, yes.
Okay. And is it like a Metroid Prime crossover?
It feels like someone played the original Sonic game and was also inspired by the best characters of the series and then decided, hey, let's go ahead and make a new story that doesn't revolve around Chaos Emeralds, It's like it's a multiverse show, more or less. And it actually works well, surprisingly. It's not, I don't know, it's not like super dramatic like the movies can be sometimes. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the second movie with Idris Elba being Knuckles. That was kind of over the top at certain points with that.
Yeah, I watched both.
And yeah, they're good. Dude, hey, there's nothing wrong with it. They're both good. But this show, man, it's so high quality, just the animations alone, but the story is actually good. And I think that the script is pretty good too. So it was like for a kid's show, dude, I'm just like blown away. I'm like, I can't believe this is a kid's show nowadays. So I'm like 4 or 5 episodes in and I'm already saying like, hey, at least check it out, it's worth your time. So, that's been pretty cool. I feel like I watched a movie recently. Yeah, I can't remember what it was. So I guess I'll have to skip that.
Oh yeah.
Sure it'll come to me, but yeah, it's been a good week. Nothing crazy going on. Yeah, that's it.
Nice. And Quinn, how about you?
It's been a good week. It was finals week at school, so it was kind of crazy, but today was my last day and then I have like 2 weeks off of work, so that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. I know. And then I started watching Wednesday, the new Netflix show.
You like it?
I do. I didn't think I would, but I'm like 3 episodes in and I like it, so. But yeah, that was my week.
Nice. And Matt?
I had a pretty good week in retrospect. I feel like I kind of caught the winter blues this week. So like I've been kind of dragging ass at work and stuff. But aside from that, I ended up getting a Series X last week. And so I've been finally been playing Cyberpunk 2077.
Nice.
And
how was the Ascension?
Ascension?
The Ascension.
Oh, it's honestly pretty nice. The quick resume is like I brag about it.
Game changer.
Yeah. Eric on the past episode of the podcast, I even was talking to him. He's like, he had a PlayStation 5. I was like, man, does it have quick resume? He's like, no. I was like, oh man, you got to get one of these.
So what is quick resume? What is that? Is that the being able to turn your game off while you're playing and then just turn it back on and it goes?
Yes, it pretty much just jumps right in. Like it's the quickest startup I've seen.
PlayStation 5 has that as well.
It does? Okay.
Yeah, PlayStation 4 had that as well.
Really? Yeah, I remember the PlayStation 4 being
I want to say
faster.
I want to say the PS5 added it in as like a software update or something like after, because I want to say like Xbox did have it exclusive, like they were like the ones that first had it on their new console. Yeah, because like if you just start up a PS4 like and you click on a game, it's gonna have to load into that game completely again.
Right.
So it's definitely not on PS4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
there's no main menu. It just loads right into it. There's no like loading or anything.
Okay.
But yeah, PS5, I believe it does have it now.
Yeah, it does have it. So you
yeah.
don't have God of War.
Yeah, so
Crazy. Okay.
yeah.
Derailed you, Matt.
But wait, what's up?
Oh, I said I derailed you.
Oh no, you're good. But yeah, I've been playing Cyberpunk, and then we also had that the fish fry, the catfish thing, the all hands meeting Wednesday,
Right.
and that was like the first all hands meeting since like I don't know, like COVID, I guess. And so that was kind of cool. It was weird being in that like warehouse where there's like no control of climate or anything, but other
And there's
than that,
insulation falling from the ceiling.
I don't know if you guys saw those black handprints on the side of the wall, but that was creepy.
But the drips from that were going sideways.
I don't want to work in that building.
It was weird.
But yeah, the fish hole food was really
Catfish hole.
good. Yeah, catfish hole. I really liked it. And then so, other than that, haven't done a whole lot. Been listening to a lot of music.
Listen to.
Been listening to a lot of Deftones.
Nice.
Yeah,
Never
yeah,
a bad choice.
yeah. I love them.
What's your favorite album of theirs right now?
Oof, that's a hard one. I really like their self-titled album, Deftones album. That one's really good. It's also impressive. I found out the other night that Chino messed up his vocals on like the tour before that one, and he like did some kind of, I don't know what you would call it, but like training for his vocal cords, and he came back and did the self-titled album, and you can hear him on songs like Hexagram, and he's like just screaming at, he sounds amazing in my opinion. But I also found out about the song with Chino and Polyphia. I don't know if you know who Polyphia is.
Yeah, I've been like a fan of Polyphia like throughout their entire career, pretty much.
Yeah, I like discovered them like just the other night. I was pretty blown away. But this song with Chino is called Bloodbath, and I think honestly you'd probably love it, Jackson.
Oh, I've heard it.
Talked about it like what, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago?
Yeah, I think we were
Yeah.
talking about like just how they're able to make a gent hip hop album.
Yeah.
Right.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's freaking dope.
It is really good. Did you listen to any of the rest of that Polyphia album?
I've kind of listened to a little bit, but yeah, I've kind of I didn't realize that like they didn't have any vocals on Polyphia.
Yeah.
It was like all instrumental, but they're still pretty cool.
Another song you should listen to by Polyphia is GOAT.
GOAT. Oh, goat. Okay.
Yeah. It's so good.
All right, yeah, I'll check that out. Does it have like a YouTube music video to it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I bet. Yeah, I love watching music videos.
They're good.
All right. Other than that, I haven't been really listening to much of anything else. But yeah, that's pretty much been my week.
Nice.
Since the last time you've been on, have you ever figured out what your credo was?
My credo?
Or your mantra?
Holy cow. No. I do think about that. Like sometimes like try to remember the word that you use, the mantra. What it would be my mantra? What do I say at work? I don't know. It's got to be something I say at work because I don't do
It's
it.
usually live for your die hard. I hear you saying that a lot.
I don't say that at all. But I might start saying that right now. Damn, I ain't got a...
That's a good mantra, though.
It
Man.
is.
I always like to say no kill like overkill. It's always my
Yeah.
favorite.
All right. That's cool. Yeah.
Go hard or go homeless.
True.
Ride or die, man.
Right,
Yeah.
ride or die.
Fuck the lemons and bail.
It's all about family.
There's always room for family. Yeah.
I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
My mantra is, you owe me a 10-second car.
It was a lot.
Yeah, I say it to everybody.
You almost had me. You never had me. You never even had your car. Granny shifts it instead of double clutching.
Shake and bake.
You are shaking bacon.
Yeah,
guys.
classic.
Slingshot, engage. I do say that, slingshot, engage. I'll say that in traffic when I'm driving.
Yeah. I need to start saying that more when I'm driving.
Slingshot, engage.
Engage. Yeah. Well, Jackson, how's your week been going, man?
My week's been going pretty good. I haven't really been watching anything new lately or playing anything new lately.
Oh.
Yeah, I wanted to play some of The Witcher 3 since that free upgrade came out, but I haven't gotten a chance to do that yet.
I forgot about that.
So, yeah, my week's been very boring. I've rewatched a lot of stuff, though. Oh, and I have been watching Lego Master. I haven't watched the last 2 episodes.
You haven't? Okay.
But
They're pretty good, man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had a good time watching them.
Oh, yeah. And man, Stacy on the show is, let me tell you,
Are you in love?
a little bit.
Yeah.
But, you know, she's married, so I'm going to respect that.
Hey, man. It's her choice if she wants to stay married, you know?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
as of right now, she's married, so I respect that.
She hasn't even seen you yet, dude. Once she sees you, sees that slouchy that you're rocking right now, man. I see it.
Connor's got a point.
But,
Emphasize the slouchy when you take the pic, you know? Send it to her.
Well, like, if she sees this and wants to give me a number, yeah, you know how to hit me up.
Yeah.
I'm on Facebook. Yeah, that's pretty much been it, dude.
Have you been working on any music?
Been trying to. I just don't have everything yet that I need.
What else do you need to get really going?
I need to get the cabs, like the cab simulators and amp simulators and stuff like that. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. When it comes to like having to buy stuff like that, it's like, all right, as soon as you buy it, there's not a refund on it. So if you don't have like a tone that you can dial in that you like, then it's like, oh, well, I feel like I kind of wasted money here a little bit. So I'm trying to make sure I don't waste money.
Is there any way that you can synthesize those cabs?
Synthesize those cabs?
Yeah. I don't know.
What are cabs?
Yeah.
Cabs and amps are like the amplifier is basically the thing that you plug your guitar into, and that creates the you know.
Okay.
To put it in layman's terms, the cab is the actual speakers. Different cabs will have different sounds to them, so it's all about mixing and matching and pairing and stuff like that.
Okay.
And you can't.
When it comes to dialing in a tone for the guitar, like trying to get one that you really want is hard to find. But also at the same time, it's if you just want to go classic like 5150 like EVH amps, which is like one of the most popular amps out there. That's like the Van Halen amp, pretty much. I don't know. I feel like I'm just gonna start talking about like all kinds of nonsense like to you guys because you guys like gonna be like,
But no,
Yeah?
there's people out there that are like, yes, more, Jackson.
but even I'm not super knowledgeable about cabs and amps. Like that's one of those things where like you got to have a lot of money to, you know, have like to be a connoisseur of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of different kind of cabs out there? Or
Oh
there-
yeah.
Oh wow. So there's
I wish I lived like near a Guitar Center or something like that because that's
we-
where
don't
like
we
you
have
would
one
go to
here?
like actually check out all these amps and stuff like that. Ernie Williamson and places like that, they have like the smaller versions of stuff. But if you want like a
But can you change out the cabs and like say like you got the same amp and you put different cabs in it? Is that possible?
yeah, like they're basically two separate things. Like the amp like plugs into the cabs and that's where all the sound comes out.
Okay.
The amp itself does. I think they're. I don't know. Depending on what kind of amp you get, may or may not have a volume thing on it. So
Okay.
I don't know.
Yes.
we can
I get what you're saying. Like I used to always think that the amp and the cab were the same thing, but now that you've explained that, it kind of gives me a better idea of what was going on there.
Honestly, I was thinking.
Same,
they were the
Jackson.
same
Good
thing.
lesson.
And what's the thing called that everything plugs into? That's like the master control box thing. What's that called?
like depends on what you're talking about. That might be either the amp you're talking about, or if you're talking about like the huge rack that you see at like concerts, that's just like filled with all kinds of different stuff. That's like usually a bunch of different shit. I can't think of what they're called all of a sudden, but
Headers.
But it's basically kind of like having it's like a computer that just has everything already
Soundboard.
dialed in it. It's kind of like a pedal board, but it's already like set up to, like, some of them are even set up to where, like, okay, on a certain cue, it's going to switch in a different tone. So you don't have to do anything yourself.
That's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
You have to be on mark doing that.
Oh, yeah. You got to be a really tight band to do that. And you can't have any room for, like, even messing around, you know?
Who would you say? Which band is probably the best at doing that?
Ah, man. Probably most of, like, the really huge bands that you see out there, like, a lot of the bands that I listen to mainly use pedal boards for the most part. And that's just because, like, if you have a pedal board, it's more expressive. Yeah, you have more control over a pedal board as to where doing that other way is pretty set tight.
Programmed way.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
It just looks like when they're out there playing and their head straight down, they're just going crazy with their feet. It's like, man, I don't even know how you would keep all that in your brain, you know, like which one you want to play, which what.
It's probably like playing the piano. It's like it's just second nature after a while.
Right.
Getting to like that flow state, you know, probably just get used to it, right?
Yeah. Watching Nick DePiro of Night Versus try to work a fucking, like, I don't know, watching him like work a pedal board is insane. Because I would, like, if I had his pedal board, I feel like I would get lost in like all the stuff that he's keeping track of. But I don't know. Shout out to Night Versus. All right. How's your week, Kyle?
It's pretty good. Just still playing a lot of God of War. Played some Witcher 3. I'm getting closer and closer to the end of God of War, but there's just some lulls that happen in that game, and when those lulls happen, I stop playing. So I'm gonna beat it before the year's over. I gotta beat it for my end of the year video game list. But been playing Witcher 3. Just playing with that new update on PS5. It looks so good. Yeah, I've never been doing too much. Yeah. Watching the kids, you know.
Yeah.
Being the dad. Been playing a lot of Warzone with Jackson. That's really my life.
Finally got a win on Warzone.
Nice.
Like, we've gotten wins before, but like we hit a dry spell there for a bit.
Yeah, we clutched one yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty badass. Now I had a question for you guys. I was just thinking about some times that my parents got on or caught me doing something I shouldn't have been doing. And I was wanting to ask you guys that question. Do you guys have any situations where your parents caught you doing something that you definitely shouldn't have been doing and you felt ultra guilty for it? That was funny-ish at the same time.
I have a story. It's not about our parents, but it's about one of our uncles.
Okay.
Does that fit?
Yeah, it works.
Sure.
So it was Uncle Johnny. We were at their house. And do you remember how they used to have a lawnmower that we would ride around as if it was like a four-wheeler?
Okay, yeah.
And so all day, me and Lakin were just riding that lawnmower. And then her and Uncle Johnny left to do like pitching lessons. And I was just there all by myself waiting for, Dad to come pick me up. And Uncle Johnny was like, all right, Quinn, I don't want you on that lawnmower when we're not here, you know? So Lakin goes, right where she leaves, she goes, Quinn, you can ride it. Just put it back when you're done. I'm like, okay. So I immediately got on that lawnmower. Like, immediately. And Lakin forgets her glove. So they don't even get to the end of the drive. And they come back. And I see their car coming. And I'm like, shit. And so I drive it behind like their little shed and just ride out. And then I guess Jonathan was like, Lakin, why is Quinn on the lawnmower? And Lakin goes, I don't know, Daddy. I don't know why she's on it. But yeah, that was like, yeah. I didn't really have anything for Mom and Dad, but yeah.
It's really good, Quinn.
I immediately got on it too.
You remember when the bridge was a thing?
Yeah, the skate park.
Yes.
Yeah. And like it was like the rock wall and all that stuff too. But one time I was going there with like a bunch of friends, and I think it was my birthday that day. I think I might have turned 16, maybe 17. But I was able to have someone like buy me like a really big cigar. I was like, I want a fat cigar. I want a Michael Jordan cigar for my birthday. And we were driving around Joplin. We were like, hey, let's go to the bridge. And we were coming from like, I don't know. I think we were like coming from Brahms or something like that. And I was in the back seat and I was just chiefing down this cigar. And I was like, oh man, fucking.
This is awesome.
And then I didn't know that apparently my dad was driving right next to me. It was my dad, my stepmom, and like several of my family. And then my stepmom like looks over and she's like, I think that's Jack smoking in the car.
God.
And so they follow us to the bridge. I didn't know it at all. I was completely blindsided. And we pull into the parking lot. As soon as I open the door, I'm like, like it was like just a fucking like a huge cloud of smoke like puffed out. And my dad pulls right up next to me and is like, hey, what's going on, Jack? It's like, I mean, he's like, you smoking there? I'm like,
How old were you?
I was like 16 or 17.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly what age.
Oh, that's funny.
Awesome.
But yeah, like he drove away and I guess like he thought he smelled pot in the car and stuff like that. I was like, bro, this is all cigar. He thought I was smoking weed at that point, which I wasn't at that time. And so whenever he did say, he was like, were you smoking weed? I got really defensive about it, even though I should have got in trouble for smoking the cigar, you know? But I got really defensive for it not being weed. Like I got like an attitude and all that. So I got grounded hardcore.
Oh,
It was your
Not
birthday.
cool.
Did you tell that argument out there? Like,
Yeah.
celebrate.
Nah, like, I didn't have to go home right then. But what's crazy is also later that day, what's funny about this story is later that day, I was hanging out with, we'll leave names out of it. I was hanging out with two other people, and we just got done dropping somebody off. And it was like nighttime, and it was actually on the way to the golf course, like on McClellan. We were going down that road, and then as soon as like we pulled over, I don't know why the guy that's driving doesn't pull into the guy's driveway. He just pulls off to the side of the road. He's like right on the side of the road, and the car that he's driving, it's one of those cars to where it's like, suspicious car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So cop like is coming the opposite direction, sees us pulled off from the side of the road. The friend that we dropped off, he's already inside, and we're about to leave, and then the cop like pulls around and like pulls a Yui, pulls us over, so we're stopped. The cop gets out of the car and starts talking to the driver, and I guess the driver he was nervous, he got pulled over, but I didn't know that he just purchased weed.
Oh man.
Yeah, I did not know that. And so the cop was like, why are you talking all nervous? And he's like, I'm not. And he's like, you want to step out of the car? Or he's like, hold on for a second. And then I think the cop goes back to his car like real quick. He like takes his driver's license and he comes back. And then before the cop comes back, the driver of the car goes to the other one, not me, and he hands up a pipe, and he's like, I need you to shove this up your ass. And the other guy's like, what? He's like, come on, man, you've got to, dude. And then he's just like, and he takes it and he like shoves it into his like butt crack.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
He pulls out the driver of the car, and he had like a bag of weed like in his pockets, but he wore super tight pants. So the cop like immediately felt it, but in order to dig it out, he was like, He was struggling so hard. He was like, man, how tight of pants you got on, man? He finally gets out the small bag of weed and places him in handcuffs. He pulls him out to the back of the car. He then tells the cop for some reason that the other guy has the pipe on him. So the other guy gets caught with a paraphernalia charge that he basically just handed him.
Oh my gosh.
And I had nothing on me, and I had no idea that there was weed bought or anything like that. And I was completely pure in like this situation. I was like, I did not know. I just smoked a cigar today. During the pat down, the cop is patting me down. I'm so freaking nervous. He's like pats my arms, he pats my back, and he gets to like my butt and stuff like that. As soon as he starts patting my butt, I fart. I farted right on the cop, and the cop was like, "Man, did you just break wind?" And I'm like, yeah. I should tell you I've got nothing in my ass. He's like searches the rest of me. The cop, for some reason, like allows me to drive the car from where it is to the McDonald's parking lot. And I told him that all I had was a learner's permit. I didn't have a license. Well, he was like, I'm going to go ahead and let you do it anyway. And I was like, okay.
It was a trick.
Yeah, and whenever I turned on the car, and I couldn't figure out how to turn the lights on. And not only that, this car had no power steering.
Oh my god.
Like, driving that car for like, just like, I don't know, like maybe 200 yards was like the most stressful, like, I've ever been, like, trying to drive a car. Because I was like,
Was he right behind you too?
Yeah.
no,
He wasn't?
He fucked off.
Oh wow.
He just let me go. I could have drove that car back to Neo show if I wanted to. He didn't follow me.
Oh.
Oh, it's funny.
Guess he was busy taking the driver to jail, right?
Yeah, they
While it was going on, yeah.
both got bailed out that night.
Okay.
And then he got pissed off at me because I took the keys with me and I didn't just leave them in the car. I'm like, fuck face, what did you want me to do? Just
Yeah, anybody could take it at that point.
yeah. Joplin isn't Candyland.
You don't leave stuff in McDonald's parking lot.
Yeah.
Period.
That's my story.
That's wild.
That's
dude.
funny.
That was my 16th birthday. Or 17th, I can't remember.
That's a hell of a birthday.
Yeah, man. That was what, 16 years ago? 17 years ago?
It was something like that.
That's insane.
I can't remember how old I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know, maybe 16 or 17 at the time. And our parents were heading out of town for the weekend with my sister on like a softball thing or something. And so we were like really stoked. Me and Kyle we're like, let's have some friends over, let's have some fun. So yeah, we had some friends over, we were playing some games and all that, having a good time. And it came up, we're like, okay, let's get some beer, And we're like, okay, well, how are we going to do that? Well, we had my dad's truck there. And yeah, one thing led to the next. And somehow I was the one that was supposed to be driving us, even though like none of us had any experience with driving a Standard.
You had the
Dad
most
loved that
experience.
truck.
You had driven it maybe like
Oh my
twice.
gosh.
Yeah, maybe twice. And I had very basic knowledge of how to drive a Standard. And yeah, so it wasn't going to end well, like from the get-go. But yeah, we take it out. I have a really rough time getting out of first, man, or even getting out of reverse, like just trying to back up out of the driveway, man. I'm giving it hell, dude. So yeah, every time I'm getting out of like first or going out of reverse, like I'm just like pedal to the metal, like just fucking hauling ass. And then yeah, just not shifting in the right time, all that kind of business. But yeah,
When you were leaving the parking lot of the house, you freaking so much rocks, dude. You were peeling out and driving. Oh my god, it was so much, dude. Oh my god. And you couldn't get out. You were just like stuck there. To this day, I want to know what the neighbors were thinking. Like,
yeah, what the fuck's going on here?
look at this dumb kid.
Oh my
yeah, we end up finding this party, and right when we go in there, this really tall guy, not gonna say who he is, but I walk in, he walks up to me, picks me up, and just headbutts me. And then he sets me down and grabs a pitcher of beer and then chugs the whole thing. I was like, all right, dude, whatever, man.
That's true alpha.
Like, I'm not about to even try it, you know? Like, yeah, we find the guy that's doing the party. We buy like maybe a 12-pack off of him for like $20 or $30. Like, it was like, we got screwed, you know? But we really wanted the beer. Yeah, we got it. Same thing on the way back home, just hauling ass out of every gear because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, grinding gears, like all kinds of stuff. But yeah, we get back to the house. I don't park the truck exactly how my dad parks it, so he already knows I took the truck out. And then, yeah, we just got so crazy that the neighbors, like right when our parents got home, they're like, yeah, your kids threw a party when you guys were gone. There's a bunch of kids here and stuff. Like, yeah, there was no secret. So yeah, we got caught immediately.
Do you remember
How did
you
they
got
react?
back with that 6-pack? And there was like maybe 6 or 7 of us in the house. So we all just got like one beer, and we were all like, at that point, we were all pissed because it was just you and somebody else had left. You guys were gone for it seemed like 40 minutes, maybe an hour. You come back, we drink those beers, and we're all like, that didn't do shit. So all of us get in the back of that truck, remember? And you drove us back to that house, and then we fucking just joined that party with them.
Oh yeah, okay. I forgot about that part. Drinking and driving, kids, don't do it.
How did
Bad
mom
deal.
and dad react?
Very negative. They weren't proud of me. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Definitely.
We're proud of Connor.
A very low moment. A low moment for me, for sure.
You were always like on a pedestal to mom and dad, so
Still am.
that was so. I know they were so disappointed. They're like, we expect that out of Kyle, but not Connor.
Well, I mean, when you got your friends, saying that they want beer, and they're like,
you're gonna do
"Hey,
it.
take your dad's truck." Yeah, I mean, you're gonna do
You were
it.
taking
you
a
know?
risk because dad loved that truck.
Ride or die.
Yeah,
He was probably more disappointed that you took his truck
yeah.
than anything.
But I didn't wreck it, and I only slightly messed up the transmission. You know, Kyle's the one that really did it in. So
He mentions that from time to time. That Kyle ruined his truck.
I totaled that thing, yeah.
But having said that, there was several times where I would try to drive it with the e-brake on. Like when we were trying to get up Big Spring Hill. We got about 3/4 or maybe halfway up that hill and just stopped. And there was so much traffic behind me. I'm like, I can't fucking go. And then I was like, go ahead of me, go. Just like, I was so pissed. And then like, after about 10 minutes of me being pissed off, not being able to go up the hill, just slowly, after a while, I'm like, let's just go down the hill. I reverse all the way down the hill. Then I realize, oh, I've got the fucking e-brake on. So stupid.
We drove that truck from the skate park to Big Spring Hill, which is like, I don't know, 3 miles maybe?
Maybe. Yeah.
With the e-brake on.
Yeah.
It was so painful. Oh, man, being in the passenger seat, it was like, dude, something's
wrong. Yeah, this is not smooth, dude.
It was so like, she's like hit you the whole time.
Something's not
It was
right.
like bucking.
Oh yeah, it was bad,
That
dude.
e-brake is just dying.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
The poor e-brake.
That's good. Matt, what you got?
So I don't really have anything like too crazy where my parents found me doing something that made me feel guilty. But there was this one time, my little bro threw this like party whenever he was like in college at NEO, and I was 22 at the time, I believe. And he threw this party at the house, on their parents' property, and there was like a few people there, and like I was hanging out in the garage, and there was like a few drinks there and everything, and I remember there was like this bottle, and like there was probably about that much left of Sky vodka, and my friend was just like, he just like slightly just says to me, he's like just finish it. He's like, finish it, man. And I was like so drunk, I just like looked at it and just grabbed it, and I started chugging it, and like it felt like there was Germ-X going through my head. But as I was drinking it, my mom, she's like walks in, and she's just like, Matthew, with like the biggest disappointment. And I just finished, and I'm just like, what? But that's pretty much. I mean, that's pretty much all I got. Oh shoot.
You're telling me at
You're a
work
good
you had
kid.
one that was like part of a crashing story.
Yeah, I don't remember what that was, but it wasn't like. It wasn't like the. It wasn't like.
Wasn't the bridge one? Icy bridge?
No, I don't remember what it was supposed to be, but it was a completely different story. It wasn't for that subject.
Oh, okay.
What about you, Kyle?
Connor told part of like one of the ones I was gonna tell. That one really sticks out in my mind. It was a really fun night. It was insane.
Did you guys do that like a lot of the times that we went on like softball tournaments?
Yeah, dude. Almost every
I never
time
thought-
you guys would go on a softball trip because that was like almost every week in the summer.
Yeah.
We were out partying somewhere doing something crazy.
So because of me, you guys had some of the best times.
Sure, yeah.
You welcome.
Yeah, we would have done it anyways. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's plenty
It
of
made
weeks,
it easier.
plenty of weekends with you guys home where we were out doing that kind of stuff.
No, I remember one night. Do you remember this?
So
That you came you guys were at a party and like the cops had to bring you home.
no, mom and dad brought me home, but the cops
Oh,
were there. Yeah.
Okay.
And you had to stay
I'm
up with me.
sleeping. Yeah, and you're like
Yeah.
puking in the bathroom, and I hear you yell, "Quinn, never drink alcohol," and I didn't. You scarred me for a long time.
yeah, that's another one
You were-
of the stories I'll
yeah.
tell.
I think
was
you were
that
like
one.
16 or something. You weren't very
Yeah.
old.
Yeah, I've told this story before, but yeah, it was a crazy night. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a wild night.
It's one of my favorite
Jeez.
stories, man. I was sitting behind that door as the cop opened the door. I'm right behind the door, and the last thing I see is Connor banging so hard, like his head was gonna fall off.
Is that
And everybody is staring just blankly at this cop. Everybody in the whole party knew this cop was there, except for Connor. I'm just behind this door, right behind this cop. Like look at this cop's neck, dude. And yeah, that's all you can see is Connor doing it. Staring at Connor. Connor looks at the cop and then sinks back into the cop. And the cop instantly is like, "I saw you, buddy."
Yeah.
One of the funniest things I've ever seen about it. It's like, wow. Yeah. But
That's a cool cop, though.
Yeah, they were really cool up until Connor threw up all over their shoes.
Yeah.
They were really cool up until that point.
But they should have known I was going to throw up.
Yeah. At that
I was like
point,
ghost
they got
white.
pissed at me, not him. They got pissed at me. They're like,
Because you're the older brother.
they're like, all right, you're responsible. You're the one that should have like made sure your brother didn't get this drunk. And then they took me aside to the side and they like started yelling at me and telling me,
Scaring you
that-
straight.
Yeah, like you need to be a better, bigger brother and all this crap, be an example and all this stuff. I was like, okay, man.
You're putting too much pressure on me. I didn't sign up for being a brother.
push it
You're
back?
just a year older.
I'll take your complaints to my mom and dad. Thank you very much.
Man.
You weren't that much older anyway.
No, only a year and 2 months and
Yeah.
15 days. But yeah, that you guys already told my two stories that I was gonna tell.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. They're basic bitch stories.
He's like, you can have them.
The only other story that I could tell that, I mean, there's a lot of times I did something fucked up. Mom and dad got pissed at me and like disappointed. But one time, I remember they were for a while. We grew up as like heavy like Pentecostal family, and there was a period in our life where we couldn't like participate in anything that had magic in it or like monsters or like Pokemon, Digimon, any of that cool stuff.
No cool mons.
Even like Little Mermaid.
No cool mods. That's for sure. But yeah, Little Mermaid, anything that was like mythical, like it was weird. We went from like being able to do all that stuff to not, and then
And then we could again. It's
and
weird.
then yeah. But I remember it was right when Gen 1 Pokemon just came out, and they'd only been out for like maybe a year or 2 years, and I was in the process of collecting like all the first 150 or whatever.
Yep.
They tell me to get rid of all my cards, so I do, and wink wink, I didn't. And I remember I really wanted to go battle this kid at the merry-go-round because he was talking about trading as well. I'm like, I gotta get that Blastoise from you, dog. So I remember putting all my Pokemon cards in a box. I start walking out the door with the box under my armpit.
You got like a little overshirt kind of thing,
a little
right?
overshirt kind of thing. And my mom and dad instantly were like, "Hey, Kyle!" Like right as I'm walking out the door, like, "Hey, Kyle!" Because I slipped out so sneakily as they're watching TV and living room. The front door was right there. Like, "Hey, Kyle, what are you doing?" And as they do, I take another step, take it out, chuck it, grab the first thing I see on the ground, put it back into my armpit, walk back in, and they're like, What did you just do?" I go back and they're like, "Let me see what you got." And I walk up to him, give it to him. My dad's like, "This is cold." You're not fooling us, man. And I remember walking back in with those Pokemon cards, and they took them from me, threw them away, and that was it.
Oh, I didn't know they threw them away.
Yeah,
That's
just
sad.
like 4 or 5 years later, I ended up collecting tons more, and then throwing those away myself because I was an adult. And regretting that now that I have kids. My son loves Pokemon. That's just how it goes, man. Yeah, ebbs and flows, that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's the 3 times right there.
There's some good stories.
Yeah. And there's also the time the cops call mom and dad from me being in like juvenile detention holding for like spray painting stuff in Neosho.
I remember.
Yeah, I spray painted a dick on a wall and wrote my friend's name on there and put "This person has ED" and drew a small penis. Yeah.
See, and I remember that happening. Like, I think were mom and dad like with me at the middle school at like a orchestra concert or something.
Yeah, you guys are an orchestra concert.
Yeah, because I remember
And
that
we were
being
all
at the middle school.
hoodlums. Yeah. The thing is, like, they were trying to pin it on me, but they were trying to say that I had spray paint on my fingertips, and when they weren't looking, I freaking licked all my fingertips. It was dirt and mud and like spray paint all the time. 'Cause I've been skateboarding, dude. I've been skateboarding all night, so my fingertips were so dirty, you know? And I was skateboarding at this ledge we called Homeless Ledge, which was like a cesspool pit. Like, it was the dirtiest place ever. It
wasn't that bad.
It was pretty nice. Homeless people live there. But still, I licked all my fingertips so hardcore in the juvie place. And as the cops come in there, they're like, "Let me see your fingertips." Spotless. Spotless.
Oh my gosh.
What evidence?
Check my tongue.
Like, what evidence? You got no evidence.
Yeah, nothing here, dude.
You're like
You got the wrong guy.
like talking without opening your mouth so they don't see your tongue. Like, how do you like it?
And they tried splitting all of us up, even though we all were able to corroborate a story, like, in the cop car, and then they split us up at the juvie place. And they're like, "You guys can't corroborate a story," even though we just did it. And basically, they tried pinning it on me. They couldn't prove anything. They put me and Connor on house arrest. To this day, the house arrest still hasn't been lifted.
What?
So there's a chance that I'm still under house arrest in this
Oh my
trailer park
gosh.
in Neosho.
Oh my gosh.
You think there's a
That's
chance
hilarious.
that they were like, you guys were on house arrest, but it was like a deal just between like the cops and the parents?
Probably.
Oh, yeah, it was just like a.
Yeah.
It wasn't
It's
a
like
real
scare
thing. They
you.
never put anything on my ankle.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a scare tactic for
It was
Yeah.
sure.
just a scare tactic.
It's like, if I see you doing this again, you're in big
But
trouble.
the funny thing was, the spray painting that they were trying to accuse Kyle of wasn't even the dick thing. It was
Exactly.
it was some other thing that got tagged that night, and they were trying to pin it on us because we were out there running around, you know,
Yeah.
street ninja.
Street ninja. Yeah, that was so stupid.
You guys caused mom and dad
Parkour.
a lot of stress.
Hey, that's what you do, I guess.
I think we were the last generation of like kids to like just roam around town, you know,
Probably.
wreaking
so.
havoc.
You say that, but I'm sure kids still do.
Kids raise hell everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
All right, and figured we could go into a little bit of Christmas movie trivia.
Sounds fun to me.
Sounds good with me.
Yes.
I will definitely play.
All right, so some of these questions have 2 answers and 3 answers. just to give it an opportunity for extra points.
All right.
I don't want you guys. I don't want you guys saying your name. I want to hear a sound effect. Connor, what's your sound effect?
Put me on the spot, you know.
That's where your best sound effects come from.
Here's mine. Bleh.
You use that. You like that one.
Yeah.
That's a Jackson. That's a Jackson right there.
I got mine. It's skirt.
Skirt.
What's yours, Quinn?
Boing.
Boing.
Spider-Man. There we go.
Island boy.
What about
Your tone.
Spider Tone's good.
Huh?
You said Spider Tone's good.
No.
No.
Okay. Okay, I like that.
What?
Okay, so when I ask the question, don't give me the answer instantly. Do your special tone if you think you know the answer.
Okay.
And wait for me to finish.
Do you have to wait
okay?
for you to
Are you
finish
gonna
your
call? Are you gonna call
question?
us out and then answer? Or are you gonna be like for instance, I go, bleh. You can be like Jackson.
No, I'll hear you, and I'm gonna keep reading. Or
So as soon as you think you know it, do your sound effect, but just wait till
Yeah.
the question's over.
I
Got
will
it.
address you, and you can answer when I address you.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Impressive.
All right. Very nice. So this one's worth 2 points. In The Grinch's heart goes through a transformation. How small was his heart at the beginning of the movie? And how many sizes did it grow by the end of the movie?
Bleh. Bleh.
Jackson?
It was 3 sizes too small, and then it grew 6 sizes big.
Incorrect.
Incorrect? Oh.
Boing.
Connor?
It grew 3 sizes.
Okay.
That's all I know.
Boing.
What?
Did it start eight times or 6 times too small?
No.
8 times too small?
Matt, you get the last chance at it.
Skirt. 6 times too small, 3 times too big.
Nope.
Boing. Boing.
Connor?
I'm gonna say it was 2 times too small.
You are
Boing.
correct.
Ah.
So, in the movie says at the beginning it says it was 2 sizes too small, and at the very end it grew 3 sizes that day.
Ooh, okay.
I just watched this last week.
That doesn't sound
Ugh.
healthy.
Now, I would have thought.
No, it's like a
that
racehorse.
I was about to do math in my head. I was going to be like, it is 1/4 the size of a normal heart. It's like, yes, down a size and a half.
Yeah, like,
I was trying to do it in my head, as you can see in my eyes, but
okay, so this one is 3 points.
Trey.
In the classic Rankin and Bass, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Rankin and Bass is who made those old
Yes.
claymation
Okay.
or
Alright.
stop motion ones.
Aight.
In the Red-Nosed Reindeer, how does Herbie humble the Bumble snow monster of the North? That's the first question right there.
How does he?
Yes, how does he humble the Bumble?
Oh.
Jackson?
Doesn't he just give him a job?
No.
I thought he just gave him a job. It's been way too long since I've seen it.
Yeah, it's been too long.
How does Herbie like make the Bumble docile? Pretty much.
Boing. Does he have a splinter in his foot or something?
No. Think of what Herbie's-
That's an Aesop's fable.
Oh, boing, 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 boing. He had a tooth. He pulled out a tooth.
Yes, he pulls out all of his teeth.
Nice.
All of us?
I forget.
Which is very
he wanted to
cruel.
be a dentist.
Pulled all his teeth out, yeah.
I was on the right track.
Inhumane.
And how did the Bumble snow monster in Yukon Cornelius survive the fall off the cliff?
Bleh. Optimus Prime saved him.
Wrong. Anybody else want to guess?
Boing. Did they float down?
No.
Was it like the lost toys that caught them or something, or was it something?
No.
Every time Connor like
Skirt.
chimes in with his, it just sounds like he's like laughing really weirdly.
Like a
Says Quinn, say something.
Matt, do you have an answer?
Yes, skirt. He re-solidified at the bottom.
Nope.
Damn.
So what's Yukon Cornelius say about Bumbles? Bumbles
Hellfire.
bounce.
Oh, so they bounce.
Yes, they bounced at the bottom. Last part of this. What is the Bumble's one weakness?
You ain't got no teeth
Boing.
no more.
Love. No.
Nope.
Fire.
No. Anybody else? Yes?
I don't fucking know.
Matt, got anything?
I hate.
The will to kill.
No, he sinks. Bumbles can't swim, they sink.
Ah,
Yep. All right, so Connor has 2 points, Quinn has 1. Let's see here.
It's my least favorite.
how did Connor get 2 points? What did he get right?
Got both the Grinches.
Yep.
Ah,
2 and 3.
In Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Santa teaches the Winter Warlock how to...
Boing. Put one foot in front of the other.
That's it. Good job.
Yes.
it's been a long time since I've seen that
It's
one,
my
but now you
favorite
said it, I
Christmas
remember
movie.
it.
That one's also made by Rankin and Bass. In A Christmas Story,
So wait, that is acceptable.
that's what I have wrote down. I would have also taken...
To walk
How to
across
walk?
the room.
Okay.
I have both those.
Soon
written down
you'll
here.
be walking out the door.
In A Christmas Story, Ralphie gets a bar of soap shoved in his mouth for saying what
Boing.
what cuss word. Extra points for the word they used instead.
Fuck. But he didn't say fudge. He said fuck.
Good job, Quinn. In the movie Christmas with the Cranks, what special meat gets run over by a
Boing.
truck? Extra points if you can say what flavor of that special meat.
Honey ham? Or it was ham, but was it honey ham?
No.
Canned honey ham?
No. You're close. You get 1 point. Anybody else got it?
It was something that got ran over.
Yeah.
It was a meat object.
Yes.
Was it hickory ham? Hickory ham? Boing. Hickory ham?
Yep. You got both. If you say both of your things together.
Boing. It was ham, and the flavor was hickory ham. It was a can. It was a can of ham.
Hickory honey ham.
Hickory honey ham.
Hickory honey ham.
Should we give Quinn the points for that?
Yes.
Or give her 1 point?
Sure, give her the points.
I'd say
Thanks,
I'd say
Jackson.
give her
Yeah.
1 point for you know.
Okay.
I got
Give her
honey
a-
ham, then I got hickory
I mean-
ham.
You know, I'm with Connor now. Give her 1 point.
We'll give her 1 point.
I'll remember that, Connor.
Daddy Jack over here with 0 points. I'm trying to catch up.
In the movie Elf, what does the narwhal say to Buddy as he's leaving
Boing.
on the iceberg? Quinn.
Say hi to your dad.
No.
Bye, buddy. Pick me up a quarter cycle on the way back. I can't remember. I just heard he goes, bye, buddy.
Anybody else?
Hold on, can I?
Maybe bye, buddy. I hope you find your dad.
I wanted to say that. I want to try again.
Good job, Connor.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
Thanks, Mr. Narwhal.
I
Yeah.
love that part, dude. Let's see here. What kind of skateboard does Santa give Buddy's brother Michael?
A Kryptonics board.
No.
What?
A birdhouse.
Nope. Anybody else?
Skirt. A longboard.
No.
Huh? If no one else is gonna, I want to keep trying.
Shortboard.
Toy machine.
No.
Boing.
A Walmart board.
No.
Etney.
That's shoes.
Element.
No.
Is it a name brand?
Boing. An
It's
elf.
a name brand, but the reason I'm saying it because Santa says it weird in the movie.
Oh.
Oh.
Santa says
Volcom.
Santa Cruz.
no.
Guessing is over.
He gave him a real house
Sorry.
board.
Oh.
Word.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have got that. I would have gone through so many skate companies
Yeah.
before I.
Right, but Santa says a real huff board, and I'm always like, why'd you say it like that? But I get it. It's real is the brand. The skateboarder is Huff.
Oh.
Okay.
Wordplay.
Very odd. No one gets a point for that.
So sad.
I forgot to give Connor a point for that one. The last part here. What is Buddy's real name? Buddy's dad's real name?
Boing. Wayne Hobbs.
No.
Oh, fudge.
Walter Hobbs.
Connor.
I just went with dad's
Quinn,
name.
you can go ahead and hit my leg. I know you're about to hit my leg. I saw you eyeing it.
How many points do I got, Kyle?
0.
Okay.
I just helped you get that too.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
How many points I have, Jack?
I should have said Mr. Hobbs.
Damn it.
Okay. In Home Alone, as Kevin is sitting at the kitchen counter, realizing he's made his family disappear, he starts thinking of the mean things his family said to him the night before. What were those mean things? You get a point for every one that you get right.
All right.
Okay?
Boing.
Look what you did here, you little jerk.
Okay, hold on. You didn't say it correctly. Can you say it correctly?
Look what you did, you little jerk.
Okay. You got more?
Yes. You're what the French call les incompetents.
Okay.
No, he didn't say it right.
That's what it fucking says. Don't take it with me.
He didn't
Say
use
it
the right
better.
accent.
Okay, that's 2 points.
Say
for
it
Jack.
good, Jack.
And then there's one last one, and you're the only one in this house that has to make trouble, or something like that.
You're close on that one. I won't give it to you, but you are close.
You're not gonna give it to me?
No, because there's a lot more to that quote.
They didn't give me a
Okay, I think I know the rest of it.
And we're totally gonna
allow
get
me
it.
to do the rest of it.
We'll allow you.
There are 15 people in this house, and you're the only one that has to make trouble.
Good job. Were you just looking at my page?
If I was,
Check the
don't you
tape.
think I've had a point? Give me something here, bro.
Okay, there's still a couple more that goes through his head.
There's more than 3.
Yeah, there's a few more. His family was really a jerk to him the night before. Anybody got any?
No. I don't like that movie.
You don't like Home Alone?
It's not my fave.
Anybody want to guess any more?
You're a loser.
No, I can't remember anymore.
You got 3 points.
I like Home Alone. It's never been a movie that I've really tried to like quote and focus in on like the script,
Really?
you know? Like
I love that movie so much.
I love it too.
I know a lot
Just-
of it.
yeah.
It's good, but
I can quote like 90% of it.
So they say, Kevin, you're completely helpless. And then Buzz says, Kevin, I'm going to feed you to my tarantula.
oh,
That's right.
that's yeah.
One of the other brothers says, Kevin, you're such a disease.
All coming back.
You got the other 3, Jack. Good job.
There was a lot of things that went through his head at that moment.
Yeah, man.
I forgot.
They were really mean to him.
Dude was having a panic attack.
Yeah. And then he's like wanting to sleep in Buzz's bed, and he's like, I wouldn't let you sleep in my room
If you were growing on my ass.
What the heck?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, what NBA player does Kevin have roaming the house?
Boink. Jordan?
Yeah, good job.
Oh, Connor. Michael. He wouldn't give me the full point for not saying the full name.
Hey, you say the name Jordan in a basketball sense, there's only one person that comes to
Yes.
mind.
What are the thieves' names in Home Alone? A point for each of the real names,
Boing.
and a point for the nicknames used.
Eddie?
But
Jackson.
Harry and Marv.
Okay, that's 2 points.
And what are their nicknames?
Yes.
Depends on which ones you want. The Sticky Bandits or the Wet Bandits.
I wanted both.
All right.
Damn, Jackson, you just like
Nice. He's back in it. He's probably
caught
leaving,
up
right?
to
Back in the
us.
game.
Quinn is tied with Jackson, 6 apiece.
Oh,
Connor's got 4.
I have a 6-point swing.
In National Lampoon Christmas Vacation, what is Clark going to use the Christmas bonus for?
boing,
And
was
what
first.
does Clark get instead of a bonus?
boing, hey, boing. I was first.
I thought we were at the exact same time, so
Oh, you can't just blurt it out like that.
All right, I only know one. I think he knows the other one. I was first. Check the tape.
are you sure about that? I mean, we can go back to the
Check.
replay.
Positive.
Check.
I heard Jackson. do
No,
both of
I
them
said
first.
boing, and as soon as I said boing, he said bleh.
No, because you were breathing in, going as I was going.
No, I said boing.
Let's rewind the tape.
Hold on.
I think we have to look at the tape.
It's
We got
very close.
3
It was
other
very
people
close.
here that can vote on which one was first.
My ear is closer
Fine.
to Jackson, so that it just makes it to where I can't hear Quinn doing it. Connor, this one goes to you.
I'm in the exact same spot. I hear Quinn first. So Matt, you're gonna have to decide on these guys.
Don't make me
It's all
decide.
you.
I can't
You get to-
decide.
Can we both get the point if we just both?
Tell me, Matt.
Answer the question, man.
Pointed at you until you do.
If you are justice, do not lie.
Okay.
Oh, would you be willing to rock, paper, scissors?
Rochambeau.
I think that's how
Do you
we
know
decide.
both answers?
Yes.
I only know one. Can I guess mine? And then
No.
you get the other point.
He's challenged you to a rock paper scissors.
What does he get instead? Okay.
I can, all right.
It's best 2 out of 3.
It's best 2 out of 3.
I'm gonna say
Right.
1, 2, 3,
1,
shoot.
Oh yeah. How are we gonna do? So
No, 1, 2, 3,
Let's
let's
shoot.
do a practice.
1, 2.
No, I'll,
Like rock, paper, scissors, go.
No, 3, 2, 1, shoot.
1,
yes.
2, 3, go.
Yes.
Okay.
No, rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh. Start up, Jackson.
Achi.
Dang.
Okay.
Oh, it's heating up. It's heating up.
This game. Oh.
Okay.
All right.
So a pool.
Okay.
All right. And
then
what's the second one?
Instead, does he get like a,
What's the second one?
a certificate to something?
What is it? What is it? What is
I
it?
don't know.
Okay, Jack.
I told you I only knew one.
It is. I'm trying to remember how many months, but it's a Jelly of the Month Club. I think it's a year subscription to the Jelly of the Month Club,
You got it.
and it's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year.
Okay.
That was intense.
Yeah, 7-7. Connor's got 4 still. Okay. During the jailbreak scene in the first Santa Claus movie with Tim Allen, what does the spunky elf say to the cop when asked who they are? This is the most cringiest line I've ever heard in my whole life.
What do they say they are?
Yeah, the cop looks down. The cop gets up, looks down at the elves, and says, "Who are you?"
Boink.
We're Christmas spirit or something.
No,
Something
really cringy.
Boink.
Something close.
Your worst nightmare?
Okay, can you finish the rest of it?
No. Your worst nightmare, you copper.
Anybody want to try?
No, because if it has something to do with your worst nightmare and there's more to it, then I'm not going to get it.
Okay,
What is it?
Yeah, I don't know.
it's your worst nightmare. Elves with
Attitude.
I should get something for that. Come on.
So bad, so bad.
I got
You
half
get
a point.
nothing,
I
Quinn.
should
Yeah.
get half a point. I should get a little asterisk put on mine.
Okay,
As a cheater.
There's a part of me part of me was really hoping that you're going to ask, what does he break Santa out with? And I was like, tinsel that melts the fucking lid.
no. But,
What does the snow globe do? No easy ones.
No easy one. In the Santa Claus 2 with Tim Allen, what starts the dissantification process?
Boing.
Jackson.
There's no Mrs. Claus. He has to get a wife.
It's the Mrs. Claus.
Yes, the Mrs. Claus.
So it's like
So I think I'm more right than him. So
Quinn.
okay, sorry.
All right. This one's worth 2 points.
This is where you get ahead, Quinn.
Yeah.
Okay. In Rankin and Bass's The Year Without a Santa Claus. What are the names of the two weather-related brothers?
Boing.
Quinn.
Mr. White Christmas. I'm Mr. White Christmas.
Okay.
I'm Mr. Snow.
Okay.
And then the hot one is I'm Mr. 101. I'm Mr.
Connor,
You're talking about Heat Miser and Cold Miser?
Oh,
You're talking about someone else.
you got one of them.
Which one did I get?
Snow Miser. Snow Miser. Boing. Snow Miser.
Oh.
Yes. So you guys.
What did I say?
both get a point.
What did I say? Cold Miser?
Yeah.
Sounds like a beer. Give me that Cold
I'm
Miser.
Heat Miser.
What's-
I'm Mr. Sun.
What's
Okay.
weird is I've never seen that one,
Really?
but I
That's
know
my
of its.
favorite
But I know
one.
of that song's existence only through Batman and Robin.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the
I
song
was-
that's playing in like the layers. Like he's Mr.
See,
White
I was given
Christmas,
nicknames. I
he's
wasn't given the
Mr.
real
Snow.
names.
Mr.
Damn.
Freeze is
Mr.
right there
Freeze,
going,
yep.
Sing! Come on, sing! Okay, everyone, chill out.
I'm gonna go cool off.
What killed
Did you give me my
the
point?
dinosaurs, Jackson?
The Ice Age!
You guys are tied with 8 points.
Me and
I have
Jackson?
No more questions left.
Oh,
Can anybody think of
Rock, paper,
another
scissors.
question?
I got one.
Oh god.
you got.
Are you sure this is going to be the correct answer for the question you ask? Are you sure you know the answer?
I'm sure everybody knows this answer.
Okay.
So it's quickest.
Yeah, it's gotta be quick. All right. What is the name of this certain building in the Christmas movie Die Hard?
That's not fair. How am I gonna know that? That's bull.
Quinn,
Boing. Boing. Empire State.
Like Takanawa Plaza or something like that.
Yeah, talking about
That's bullshit. I've never seen that movie because it's not a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie.
It is. It's set during Christmas. Whatevs. That's bullshit.
It's set during
I
Christmas.
don't like you, Matt.
Set during Christmas, during a Christmas party.
Yippee-ki-yay!
Bullshit.
It ends with Christmas
I
music.
won because I had an asterisk.
Out of the
Good job, Jackson.
the Matt and
Good
Jack
job.
attack.
Thank you.
I don't trust you anymore.
Man, see, the thing is, that question Matt just asked, that was the next question I was going to freaking write on my paper. Like, I was at work today, I was trying to think of more questions. That one was the next one.
So Jackson would have won anyway.
Nakatomi.
If you would have done that.
Nakatomi Plaza, right?
It's Nakatomi Plaza. Jackson said it wrong just now. It's not Takanomi.
Yeah.
So he didn't get it right.
He
It's
didn't.
Takatomi.
No,
It's Takatomi.
he didn't get it right, but hey, he was close.
In other words, do we
Closer
have
than
to
me.
do another question?
With
Yep.
We have to do another question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was the bad guy in that movie? Boing.
Quinn.
that one.
Quinn. What's the answer?
All right,
It's
Connor.
Alan Rickman.
All right, Connor.
That's the actor's name.
You've got
Well,
the next
yeah,
question.
but you can't say that.
Oh, we're doing this again? I succeed.
It's Hans
Okay.
Gruber.
It is Hans Gruber. Let's think of a good Christmas movie and
Jackson won.
No, he said the wrong name.
I did say the wrong name.
Okay.
As before I said it, I was like, it's either Nakatawi Plaza or Takanawi Plaza, and I put all my chips on Takanawi.
All right, good job, Jack. You said Takanomi Plaza. That was close enough. We'll give it to you. We'll give it to you.
And that was a movie that we just watched too, and I still couldn't get it.
Hope you don't feel good in your win.
I do, because that came back like pretty quick.
Yeah, you did. It was the knowledge of what movie? Elf? Home Alone.
No, it was on that
Home
Home Alone
Alone.
question mainly.
Yep. What's
All right,
next?
we'll see here. All right, well, let's go ahead and move into Yo Dude, check this out.
All right.
This is the end. Okay.
Yo, dude. Hey, yo, what's up? Check this out. Yo, dude.
And just for
Yo, dude. Hey, yo, fuck you, Connor. This is the track. Yo, dude. Yeah. That time you were like, there's too many sirens.
Still too many horns, but hey.
Fuck you, Kyle.
You're welcome to create your own mix.
You're a musician. I love it. Can I start?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you guys know how much I love Superman.
Started wrong, but
Oh, yo, dude, check this out.
okay.
You guys know how much I love Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was so freaking excited when Henry Cavill was announced that he's going to do Superman 2. And it was just announced that he's not anymore.
Yeah. Did you see what he's announced to start
But-
doing?
Instead, now he's going to star in executive produce an Amazon show that looks really freaking cool.
Yeah, the Warhammer universe.
40,000? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it turns out that James Gunn guy is just like revamping the whole like DC universe.
Yeah.
See why?
Yeah, I mean, they're all getting, it wasn't successful. They're all getting old. Like Henry Cavill's like in his 40s.
Yeah.
So it makes sense, but it was sad. But I'm happy that seems like he's going to do a really cool project, you know? And hopefully now it puts him up on the list for James Bond, hopefully.
That would be cool.
That'd be awesome. Anyway, that's my yo dude.
All right.
It was really sad news, but.
He does a good job in The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yeah,
he
did.
He's got a new one coming out too. It's kind of a spy type movie. I can't remember what it's called.
Really? Gosh, he's like my favorite actor.
He's
Pretty
such a
dang good.
such a good villain in Mission Impossible 6.
Yep.
Especially when he reloads his arms.
Yeah.
I think when he gets his face melted off, I was like, yeah, dude.
He has a nice mustache.
All right. Yo, dude, check this out. I just learned this the other day. For anyone that was like a fan of the like Jackass movies and Viva La Bam and stuff like that, and remember Brendan Novak, yeah, like you remember, like he was a huge problem child and all kinds. He was a crazy dude back in the day, but I found out that he's got like about 3 years sober now, and he is now like a certified drug counselor. So
That's really cool.
good on him.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. After I found that out, I looked up a lot about him, and yeah, it's good to see that he has come out of the darkness. So
That's awesome.
Now, if only Bam Margera can follow his footsteps.
Looks like he's trying to.
It seems like he's really trying. He's
Yeah. I just saw a Vice documentary about him.
me too.
It was good.
Yeah.
He's trying to learn how to skate again and
Yeah,
yeah.
He's been sober too.
And
Yeah.
I don't know if it's completely sober, but he's definitely working on it.
That's cool.
Right?
he seems like right now he's sober, and he's got a kid on the way. It looks like.
He just had pneumonia.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Tell me more.
Somebody else talk about Bam. I don't know.
I don't know.
What will he do
huge-
next?
But that's awesome.
I was a massive fan of like all the Jackass shows when I was growing up. Like, you know, Jackass, Viva La Bam, Wild Boys. Like, I even watched that freaking Bam's Unholy Union or whatever it's called. I like watched all that stuff. Like, anytime it was on, I was watching it.
That whole like group had a chokehold on our generation for like the small little group of, I don't know, teenagers.
Kids with angst.
Because I even liked it. I didn't have angst. So
Yo, dude, check this out. There's heavy metals found in dark chocolate, including Hershey's and Trader Joe's, apparently. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Cool.
no, that's what makes it so good.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Apparently,
Chocolate's metal.
Dark chocolate.
yeah, dark chocolate specifically.
For what causes cancer? What metal?
So I guess in California, the maximum allowable of lead is like 0.5 micrograms. And for cadmium, it's 4.1 micrograms. And apparently in the Hershey's, they found that it contains, for lead, 265% above.
Shit.
And then for Trader Joe's, the dark chocolate has 192% more. So quite a bit more than you would expect as far as that.
All right.
And apparently they've also found trace amounts of Slipknot and AC/DC as well. I don't know. They also think corn might be in there somewhere.
This is an onion article.
A lot of heavy metal in there. No, I added that last bit.
That's
but
funny.
It's a CBS article.
I'm gonna go to the candy store and be like, "You got any Megadeth?"
How about some Death Clock?
Is that what makes Hershey taste like vomit?
I don't know.
You're the only
Maybe.
one that I have ever heard say that. So
No,
I
it's
think
a real
that's just
thing.
a you thing.
No, it's a real thing. That's why people in like Europe can't stand it because our American palate's so used to it. But it's the same exact chemical that's in vomit.
Every time I eat it,
Some
now,
type
But
of
I love
acid,
it.
right?
I love that. Yeah.
Some type of acid.
every
probably.
time I eat it now, that's all I can taste.
Yeah, I think
is
it's
vomit.
your stomach acid, the same chemical. Oh, I
Is
love
that-
that
The dark
acid.
chocolate is fine, but when I eat the regular, all I taste is vomit.
Milk chocolate is so good.
That metal really levels out the acid.
I don't know. I really don't.
It's really the cadmium.
Yeah, I could tell.
God,
It's been a
The,
long time.
the
since
lead
I've
just
had, like,
lines my stomach.
chocolate.
Oh, it's so good though.
What about white chocolate? Does it have
It
any?
didn't say anything about white chocolate.
What?
You're good, baby.
Yeah.
But I also love dark chocolate a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
bruh.
Dad does too.
Just go with a different brand than those two.
But
I really
Hershey's
like
is so
Trader
good.
Joe's, though.
Pretty good.
I've never had it. We don't have one even close.
We went. Me and Mom went there when we went to Chicago. It was okay. It was okay.
All right, yo, dude, check this out. Scientists create a vaccine against fentanyl. This was posted by the Smithsonian magazine. That's really hard to say with braces.
A vaccine against fentanyl.
Yes.
Isn't
It's like
fentanyl?
an antitoxin or something.
It's pretty much kind of like a vaccine against opioids in general, but now they're like kind of using it as like a, I guess maybe like alternative Nican or whatever. But and this it says in a study published in Pharmaceutics, scientists tested their vaccine on 60 rats. The immunized animals could produce anti-fentanyl antibodies that stop the drug's effects, allowing it to exit the body out of via the kidneys. This blocks the high caused by fentanyl and would theoretically make it easier for people to quit using the drug or avoid a relapse.
That's awesome.
How much do you want to bet that the same company that created the opioid epidemic is the same one
Same
that's
one
creating
that's
this?
Oh yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Bastards.
So it's like it helps like addiction, just fight addiction.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Let's see. There was something in here that I saw about it.
When I was about 20,
awesome.
20 years old, maybe 19, maybe 18, somewhere in the 18 to 20-year-old range, I had 3 people die on me on fentanyl in like a 1-month period.
Damn.
That's insane.
One of my best friends,
It doesn't take a lot.
the guy I worked with, and our uncle, all in the same month.
He died of fentanyl?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah.
There was a kid that at the school, all the kids in my class knew that he just died of fentanyl last week. An overdose.
That's
Apparently really easy to do.
Yeah,
From what
it's
I
like
hear.
it takes a small little amount. It can be laced in something.
Insane, man.
Horrible.
Insane.
I heard this is a myth, but they also say that just like physically touching it, like physical contact, could even cause the
shit.
overdose or the
That's why
fentanyl.
cops now are like using gloves when they see
Yeah.
stuff. And
Yeah.
Damn.
Also, I
Which
don't,
they should have been doing the whole time, honestly.
I don't want to promote the use of drugs, but like say like you were like in a vehicle, I don't know, in the parking lot or something, and you were like overdosing, and a cop saved your life using the Nican, they can't like charge you with anything. That's what I've
Oh,
heard.
really?
You
I
want to put
forget
that to
what
the
that's
test?
called, but that's like a.
Yeah, let's go do it.
I think that's the Good Samaritan like rule or whatever. If like if you're at a party and there's illegal stuff going on, if you call the cops to save somebody's life, no one gets in trouble in that situation. That's what I don't know. That's what I've heard. And that they call it the Good Samaritan law mainly because like, hey, if someone's dying, go ahead and just like
Yeah.
do the right thing.
Yeah.
So,
Makes sense.
I don't know. That's what I've heard. As far as I know, it could be bullshit. I don't know.
If someone
But it
needs
sounds
medical
real.
attention.
And I've heard it like multiple times.
Yeah, so I've heard it a couple of times.
Sin of the Poet, you guys remember that band? They're a reggae punk band that has been a local band for a long time. Last time I went and saw them at I don't know, that Blackthorn's Pub, is that what it's called?
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, last time I went and saw them there, it was like it's kind of like a reunion show, but they do it like to also give like their old bass player like family some cash because their bass player also died from an overdose. And that was like one of the main points they kept making. It was like, yo, just so you know, there's a Good Samaritan law. Like, don't let what happened to my friend happen to any of your friends.
So what happened to my friend? She just sat there and died, and there was a person sitting there right next to him that was just like, I don't want to take this person to the hospital because I'm going to get
In trouble.
busted. Yeah.
Oh my
Just let my friend
gosh.
die. Very
I think you
sad.
should get a charge for that, just like not doing anything.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. Yeah.
Yep. That's the main story. Don't do drugs.
Yo, dude, check this out. In 1831, the Swedish Navy planted a crap ton of trees in hopes that they would be able to harvest those trees 150 to 200 years later. And they never did. And those trees are still growing to this day. They're abnormally straight, and they're immensely tall.
That is so cool.
And
You got a picture of it real quick?
I love the Dutch.
So they're heterosexual as fuck.
all those trees are like super straight.
Super straight, heterosexual.
But yeah, there's
I love
just
the
a
Dutch.
forest out there in Sweden that's just
Oh, it's Swedish? I thought you said the Dutch.
yeah, it's called the Visingsö Oak Forest.
I love that.
Swedish Navy planted in 1831.
That is so cool.
Yep,
Be cool if America get on board with something like that.
We could never.
they did it to build a naval fleet that never existed.
Oh man,
Pretty
imagine.
insane.
That is so cool.
Yeah. All right, anybody got any words of wisdom to close us out?
We touched on don't do drugs.
Yeah, that's a good one.
If you're still listening to Keisha, stop it.
What about
I
Katy
don't
Perry? Should
Stop
I
that too.
Stop that. Okay.
Yeah.
The thing is, if you put Katy Perry over some metal music, it's bearable.
I have to check that out.
Yeah,
All right.
All right. And with that, I think we're going to end it. So thank you, Quinn and Matt, for joining us for episode 65 of Crashing with Friends. If you like what you see, remember to like and subscribe. We would greatly appreciate it. So thank you for Crashing with Friends. Have a good rest of your week. We'll see you all next week.
bye. Don't listen to Keisha.
Crashing with Friends.
Podcast.